Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Now, here's your host, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
Hey, folks, the best is yet to come. I couldn't have a better theme song than that. Forget about it. Love you, Francis Albert. Now, look, it's a beautiful day in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's about 95 degrees. So let's get into the show. It's been about a week. Got some great questions as always. But let's get the business out the way. First of all, to all my new subscribers, I thank you very much for subscribing. Spread the word. We have the contest still going on. When we hit 1,500 subscribers, that's 1500, I'm going to give away this great book, Mike Tyson's Undisputed Truth. And what's so special about this book, besides it actually was a fantastic book, is that Mike Tyson has autographed this book. So it's worth fazools. Forget about it. And all you have to do is hit that button in the top right-hand corner and subscribe. Subscribe and subscribe some more. Forget about it. Now, if you want to be on my next show, send your questions into Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook, Ringside Report Forum, 27,000, almost 27,500 members. And we're going strong. Great forum, a lot of big legends in there, a lot of great boxing minds in there. Just a lot of great people, period. Now, check us out on the net at ringsidereport.com, where we're known since 2004 as the heart of boxing. And the entertainment side of the house, Newsbreaker, that's with a Z, newsbreaker.com, the only news source as we have been known since 2011. Finally, check us out on Twitter, Newsbreaker, again with a Z, PR, Papa Romeo. Send me a follow, I'll follow you back, forget about it. Now, without further ado, forget about it. Let's get into your great questions on this beautiful, hot, soon to be in my boxing gym here on the other side of the house, working out day in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, first question up. Bad Brad, what do you make of the upcoming World Boxing Super Series that's kicking off in September? At first, I thought the idea was kind of silly, but after the tournament managed to bring in some big-name fighters, I am now genuinely excited for it. The grand prize is the Muhammad Ali Trophy, and I thought it was pretty cool that the late great legend gave his blessing to the tournament just before he passed. Who do you think will emerge as the champions? And do you think this will become a regular event in the future? I'm going with George Groves and Alexander Usyk to win, but I think the tournament is pretty wide open. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Brian M. from South Philly. Hey, Brian M. I know exactly who you are, pal. You're a Facebook friend. And he posts some great stuff in the Ringside Report forum. So I appreciate your support for everything Ringside Report related. You know, here's my thoughts. I don't know all the fighters in the tournament. I just recently got some press releases about it and stuff, so I know a little bit about it. But this is what I'm going to say about the tournament itself. I was a big proponent of the Super Six when Andre Ward took the whole thing. He had some really good fighters fighting each other. So I'm all for these type of things as long as you put good fighters in against good fighters. That's all I ask for. I don't want to see an A plus or a B minus versus a D minus. That's ridiculous. Okay, if you go back, it's probably before your time, Brian. You probably saw it on YouTube. I'm assuming you're late 20s, early 30s, maybe. But back in the day on the old ESPN, when Al Bernstein used to be on there, everybody knows Al's my favorite commentator. They used to have the ESPN tournaments. And they were great. They had a little ESPN belt. It was fantastic. They had great fighters who went on to the next level. And a lot of them became world champions. So I'm all for the idea. Only thing I want to make sure of, throw my support behind it, is that they have good fighters in it. Because a lot of times you see Poor fighters put in these little tournaments, and it's ridiculous. You got a fighter up here fighting a level down here. That's not what these tournaments should be about. Should put decent fighters in there, and it appears from the names that you've said and a couple that I've seen that they are putting good opposition in there. And I'm all for it. Anything to move boxing forward gets my vote. All right, pal? In Philly, hey, have a Philly steak and cheese on somebody in Philly. Hey, forget about it. All right, next up. Bad brand. I saw where former undisputed middleweight champion, I'll get it out. Jermaine Taylor was arrested again for violence towards a woman, and I think making terrorist threats. It is so sad to see a once great fighter in this shape today. What do you think really happened? Jim T from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'll get it out, folks. Forget about it. You know, it is very sad to see Jermaine Taylor in this condition. I'm going to say this. I don't know all the particulars, but I do know this much, and it doesn't take a rocket science to figure it out. He did suffer injuries in the ring. Now, did it lead him to do drugs and all that stuff? I can't say yay or nay, okay, because I don't know him personally. But the Arthur Abraham knockout, okay, the Kelly Pavlik fights, I mean, just, here's the thing. He took too many punches. And I got to tell you, everybody is always on the bandwagon when the fighter is on top of the world, but when they're down here. Now, let's be fair. If they got down here and they were an asshole all the way down to the bottom when they were on the top, okay, well, then I can understand people not wanting to mess with him. But let's be fair to the guy. There's definitely injuries to the brain. Where are all these people that claim that they love him, support him, and were there when he was on the top? He obviously needs help, okay? I'm not a judge, I'm not a jury, but I'm a compassionate person to know that in boxing, one punch can change your entire life, and it definitely did with Jermaine Taylor. So, if you're out there and you claim that you're close to him and you love him, help him out. Get him the mental help he needs. Get him to a treatment center, whatever. Because jail is not always the answer, okay, folks? And it definitely isn't the answer for people with mental health problems and drug problems, okay? No, I'm going to be honest. I'm not one of those people that's sympathetic with drugs because I feel it's a choice. You choose to put that crap into your system. However, okay, let's not throw people completely away. People can change if they get the necessary help, okay? So I may not be sympathetic to the problem of you putting drugs in your system, but I am compassionate enough to say that people can change if they get a little help. So I am for that, okay? And definitely the mental health side that he suffered from boxing, he needs help. Jermaine, if you're watching this, if people are watching this who care about you, get off your asses and help the man out. Do something for him. I don't know him personally, okay? If I did and he was my friend, I could tell you this much. I would do everything that I could in my power until he proved to me that nothing I did mattered to him. But until that time, and I've done this before, I've intervened in friends' lives to help them out. Be a friend, be a family member, help Jermaine Taylor out. Because you know what? The one thing you can't take away from Jermaine Taylor is he's a two-time world champion, okay? His last fight, he beat Sam Solomon. I think it was for the IBF middleweight title, okay? Or junior middleweight, I don't remember that part, but it's IBF. So he's in the record books. There was a time when everybody said he was a great guy. Somewhere, hopefully, inside Jermaine, that great guy is still there. He needs help, folks. All right? And I got to say one more thing. A GoFundMe is not going to help him throwing money at the problem. Okay? He needs more than a GoFundMe. GoFundMe is the easy way out. Put some skin in the game. Take him under your wing. Try to help him. If he doesn't want the help, then hey, you did everything you can. But if you're a true friend or you're a true family member, step up and try to help him. And maybe you have. Maybe we didn't hear about it. Okay, maybe he didn't want the help. Then what are you going to do? Forget about it. All right, on that note, we're going to take a short commercial break. BM Jewels of London, your maker of custom fine jewelry, is the place that you want to make your next purchase. The owner, Raymond Mumford, who's one of the most beloved men in boxing circles across the pond, is the one you want to reach out to. And when you do, make sure you tell him Bad Brad sent you. Forget about it. Hey folks, this is Bad Brad Berkwick, the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show, Forget About It. And I want to talk to you about an exciting opportunity to advertise or sponsor on my show. If you're interested, send serious business inquiries to Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. Forget about it.
Excuse me?
What?
Aren't we supposed to be doing a shoot for your book ad?
Yeah, but I'm reading right now. I'm reading an interview in my book with James Quick Tillis. And I tell you what, I didn't realize I did a heck of an interview.
And
I guess we do need to do this book ad.
Yeah.
Hey folks, here's the book. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Me. Forget about it. Alright, there it is on the back. Okay, and on the front. Now how do you order this book? You go to authorhouse.com and you'll pick it up wholesale. You'll save a few fazools. Forget about it. But if you want to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you can do that too. You're just going to pay retail that way. Now for all the folks that ask me, yes, I will take this book here if you mail it to me and cover postage and handling to Tulsa and to wherever you live in the world. I will personally autograph your book. Again, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad out. All right, folks, we're now back. And if you went to the moon, or you're living under a rock, or you went to Muskogee, or you went to Bartlesville, maybe you went to Coffeeville. Who the hell wants to go to Coffeeville? And you forgot who the hell I am. I'm the man with the fedora, the summer fedora. Yeah, the light one, man. It's hot out there. The pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkwick. Excuse me. And this is another RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel, The Bouncing Ball. Now, as I said in the opening, we're giving away that great book autographed by Mike Tyson, How to Speak the Truth. All you have to do is hit that button and subscribe. Subscribe and subscribe some more in the right-hand corner. We hit 1,500 subscribers. We will pick one winner from around the world to get this great book. Now, let's get to the remainder of your questions on this show. Bad Brad. Conor McGregor wiped the floor with Floyd Mayweather Jr. during their World Press Tour, but come fight night, Floyd is going to return the favor and beat the fuck. You hear I said that? He spelled it like Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor says the F word, which I got to be honest, is one of my favorite words to say it all the time, okay? Hey, it's me. Hey, that's me. Now, he doesn't say it the way I say it. He says, fuck. What the fuck is a grown man like you doing? Okay, I got a little bit of Conor, but I got the fuck right. Okay. So he says, and beat the fuck out of him in my Conor voice. Do you see any chance that Conor may be winning this BS fight? George C. from Miami, Florida. Well, George C., welcome to the show from Miami, Florida, my old stomping grounds. Do I see him winning this fight, having any chance? Forget about it. But let's be honest. 1 in 1 billion chance. But if, and that's a big IF, he can land a big punch, you never know. But I don't see it happening. I know a lot of people are betting $50, $100, $200 on Conor just because the odds are so wide that if they hit, they're going to the Bahamas to celebrate. I don't give Conor any chance. Everybody knows my stance on this fight. It's a circus act. It's ridiculous. Okay? Yeah, it's going to do big money. And Floyd always says, Floyd make it rain Mayweather always says, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Well, hey, whatever. It's a joke. And the Nevada Boxing Commission, shame is your middle name. All right, last question of the day goes to Bad Brad. First time writing into your show. You probably don't remember me, but I met you at the Cracker Barrel in Tulsa a few months back with your lady, and I asked you about Mike Tyson when I saw on your shirt your boxing website named Ringside Report. I appreciate you taking the time for me that day and giving me your business card to check out your show. I have literally watched all the old ones, and since I'm a subscriber, I keep up with all the new ones. Well, hey, pal, that's great. Let's see here. I freaking can't get enough of your boxing IQ and funny stuff you say, my Tulsa brother. I want to ask about Anthony Joshua out of England, who holds the IBF and WBA heavyweight titles. Just how good is he, and can he bring the heavyweight division back to the 80s, because the 70s will never in my mind be matched again. Tim F. from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, Tim F., not only do I remember you, pal, your son was, I think, 15 years old, and his name is John. And I remember you introducing me to him and asking me to give him a few tips about boxing and stuff like that, because you wanted to get him into a boxing gym here in Tulsa or wherever you were. I think it was Tulsa. But absolutely, I remember you, pal. We actually talked outside by all the candy and, you know, in the store. So I do remember you. I never forget a name. I never forget a face. So if you see me out and about in Tulsa, or you see me at the fights, or you see me ring announcing for the next Team Rouse kickboxing card, which plug is October 14th in Dewey, Oklahoma, at the Washington County Fairgrounds. You come up to me, you talk to me anytime, as long as I'm not busy. Just show a little respect when I'm tied up. I got all the time in the world to take a picture with you, sign something, shoot the shit with you about boxing or whatever you want to talk about. Because without you, the fans, there is no show. There is no me. So, your question was about Anthony Joshua. Yes, Anthony Joshua is the real deal. I think he's the best heavyweight in boxing today. The 70s, I absolutely agree with you, pal. Never, ever are we going to see the depth of the heavyweight division like that. It comes once in a lifetime, and it came and it went. But we still have it on YouTube, or if you have it in your tape collection, or DVD or whatever, you can watch it whenever you want. He's the real deal. He's a class act. I really like this young man. He's actually 1 year younger than my son. Okay, he's born in 89. My son's born in 88. But I'm very impressed with Anthony Joshua. He got off the canvas against Vlad Klitschko, and like all great champions do, came back and stopped Vlad Klitschko. Looking forward to the rematch. I think it's a great fight. I give big props to Vlad Klitschko, who's never been one of my favorite fighters. Great fighter, but just boring as all outdoors. But in that fight, he redeemed his whole career to me. So yes, he's a real deal, and yes, he can bring it back as long as we have the depth in the heavyweight division. We got some upcoming fighters that are pretty doggone good. So I think he can get back to the 80s. The only thing that it won't get back to with the 80s is, I feel, with it not really being on TV as much as it was, pal, you don't get those great backstories. And for whatever reason, and you know, this isn't a dig, but it's the truth. Fighters of the 70s and 80s, heavyweights, that is, because we're talking specifically heavyweights, they had so much personality and such great backstories. They're not there today as much with the personality and stuff as they were. Maybe the times changed. Maybe the economic environment around them changed. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But I know in my lifetime, and I'm 49 years old, 22. All right, Deb, so I hit it twice and add something. Forget about it. I don't need you reminding me, Deb. Okay, so during my time, when I started watching from 75 to the late 80s, you had those great backstories. And they used to be shown on ABC, CBS, and NBC, so you had that. But you don't see them as much today. So there's my answer about Anthony Joshua. Definitely great for boxing. Look forward to seeing him. He's actually one of my favorite fighters today. All right? All right, folks. And Tim F., if you see me again, pal, Cracker Barrel's on you. No, I'm just kidding. Come up to me anytime, and I hope your son John is doing well. Now, folks, that is another RSR video email back show in a can, as we always say. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, God, it was a long time ago, 1964 to be exact. So what's that? Do the math. 64 to 2017, 53 years ago. Unbelievable. Time just flies. On that note, again, as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.